Welcome back to Brit in Poland. So I've just hit over 200 subscribers now, so I'm celebrating. No, not quite. Actually, today I am going to tell you about a Polish tradition. I want to do more of this as I kind of discover more and more and actually know what they mean. And this one is called Tłusty czwartek, or in English, Fat Thursday. Now, maybe the name isn't that appealing, but what does it mean? Well, essentially, once a year, and this is the basically the last Thursday before Ash Wednesday, for all you Christians out there. Basically, the Polish people will eat primarily donuts and this stuff called faworki. But why? And I hope this video will explain that. I'll admit I see quite a lot of links to other videos on this topic. I'm going to be honest, I haven't watched any of them. So I don't know if you've been watching a few of these, if you will learn anything new, but I wanted to give you my original take on this subject. So firstly, why? Why are we doing this to ourselves? So, of course, this ritual is based in Christianity. So this is kind of the lead up to Lent. So it's kind of to have one last blowout before the kind of 40 days of kind of fasting or depriving oneself, and that could mean no alcohol or no meat. I guess for vegetarians that might be a bit better. But also, it's about traditionally it's about using up the ingredients, so lard, sugar, eggs, fruit, because these things, are supposed to be forbidden during Lent. So this is very, very similar, in essence, to like Shrove Tuesday that we have in the UK. So where in the UK we make pancakes, here they make donuts. And you might ask, okay, if you're not Christian or you don't know much about Christianity, what is the whole Lent thing about? I'm not an expert. I technically am Christian. I'm perhaps not the best Christian. Sorry. I'm not even Catholic, forgive me. In this country, it's probably a sin not to be Catholic. But the whole Lent, the 40 days of kind of depriving oneself, is meant to be kind of honouring and following the footsteps of Jesus when he was walking in the desert for those 40 days or so. So this is supposed to be the end of things until Easter, basically. But let's tell you a little bit more about what we're dealing with here. So I'll start with faworki because they're a bit simpler. And these are basically, it's fried dough covered in, let's see if you can see that, covered in powdered sugar. Okay, it's okay. Probably would have been better if I'd got it from a bakery rather than from my local Auchan. But okay, it makes a nice, completely unhealthy snack. But let's talk about, sorry, these are also known as angel wings, in case you wanted some kind of English equivalent. But pączki, or pączek, this has a bit more of a story to it. So essentially, it's a donut, it's glazed, it will have some kind of jam or marmalade inside, like a normal donut. They're round, They're fried, very unhealthy. And the more traditional ones will have like orange peel or kind of decorating the top. I guess that adds a little bit of health to it. But actually, they weren't always this way, and this is something I found interesting in my reading. So actually, pączki go back to the 16th century. So it's, you know, fairly long-standing tradition. Maybe not as old as some Christian traditions, but you know, it's a pretty long-standing one. But originally, these things were filled with pork or bacon. And I think the ones these days have got a bit of lard in. I saw an advert for lard-free pączki earlier. But then, in the 17th century, some French cooks came over to Poland and they created the modern dish that we have now. I don't know why people changed it. Maybe they found it tastier, maybe it was cheaper. I'm not sure, but this is where the modern thing comes from. And actually, what you'll find in Poland is you will have queues at the best bakeries. You know, there are a good few bakeries in Warsaw alone, and people will actually queue for hours to get the best donuts. As I said, I went easy and just went to Auchan because, well, it's snowing outside, I have to work, and by the time I got to any of these bakeries it would have been dark, and yeah, I'm not walking all that way just to catch a few seconds of footage, I'm sorry. Maybe I need to show more commitment. But yeah, apparently about 1 million of these will be eaten today in Poland. Think about that, 1 million donuts. And the scary thing about these is they're actually like 350 calories. So in order to, well, basically work off one donut, you have the easy option of sleeping for 4 hours. Or you have the option of going for a 30-minute run or a 30-minute swim or something like that. You know how cold it is? Yeah. It's safe to say that after today, I am taking a break from bad food. So no more Uber Eats, no more sweets. I'm going to start cooking more. So yeah, I'm going on a proper diet. Okay, so there are actually similar events to this kind of festival held in countries like Germany, Italy, Spain, and Greece, perhaps with some, you know, local variants on the food. So, you know, that's worth noting. Yeah, was there anything else to say? Sorry, I have to check my notes because I'm, as usual, completely badly prepared. Oh yes, okay. So these are said to bring happiness, so you have to have one really. But also, if you do not have a donut, it is said to be bad luck. And I think, especially in these days, we all need the luck we can get. Last year, I think I skipped. I had one the day after. No, sorry, the year before last, I think. I skipped and I had one the day after, and that ended up being a bit of a disastrous year towards the end. This year I'm making sure that I've got my luck topped up. Okay, so what else? The last thing I'm going to say is actually, this isn't the, okay, so Tuesday, next Tuesday, so the Tuesday before Ash Wednesday, is technically the last day that you're allowed to kind of indulge. And what you actually have in Poland is something called herring night. And it is literally as it sounds, they will eat herring or sledzik. Yeah, I need to learn Polish letters. And also this ties in with a Christian thing called Carnival, which I've not really heard about. Forgive me, Christians, I'm sorry. As I said, I'm bad. But yeah, so it's all wrapped up into that. But essentially, it's a day to indulge, a day to enjoy, and a day to be lazy. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope you have some kind of confection at home. If you're Polish, you better have a donut or you better rush out to the shops because you need that luck. So, thank you very much. Glory. If you enjoyed this video, please like. And if you'd like to see more content in the future, please subscribe. Thank you very much for watching. Always a pleasure to teach you about Poland. Take care, and we'll speak again soon.